rolls onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Miller with the ball. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Motion from the back. Corner's going to give them room. To the air, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Where did he find a hole in that secondary? Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your guys.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get this drive going from the 17. The give to the tailback. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. To the air, it's Manning. He's got it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. A little screen to the running back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw.
Turning it on. Wide open spaces. Touchdown Longhorns. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Russell. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He'll pull it down. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And as he throws. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll give it to the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. They'll try to snap it quickly. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Dances away to buy time. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly, but 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Power football with the run. Plows through the defense. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, going up top. Shoots it to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Back to pass, it's Russell. Bears the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He might want another play. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Dropping back, it's Russell. He uncorks one deep. Makes a grab on the shot. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off play action on first down. On target over the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, you got got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got...
He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback may change this route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. And the offense will try to conjure up some magic here with 4 seconds left in the half. Back to throw, it's Manning. Trying to find the end zone, and he will score! Touchdown, Texas!
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Mingo. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They want to run it left here. It's a running room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Using his legs to buy some time. He breaks a tackle. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Longhorns get the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
1st down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Bringing the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the big tight end. And completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Buying some time. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Still looking on the move. He'll get rid of it. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Off the play fake. Now rolling to the left. Had it in his hands for the score and let him fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Rushes on him. And the misconnection on third down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't... Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Russell. The short hands, it's Williams. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. He's taking a deep shot. And he makes the catch inside the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Now from inside the red zone. Now adjusting. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. Delivers the stiff arm. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They're